Come on, get the light chat over here. There we go. How are you ladies doing today? I see my tablet wants a commercial. Well, I am feeling quite a bit better than I was. For those who don't know, I had a kidney infection, which got quite bad. Um, Probably because I ignored the initial signs that it was showing up. Not that I ignored them too badly, but I did sort of have a feeling what was going on. Hey, Georgina. As while I was down at the Renaissance Festival, I kept getting these little stabs of pain, but they would only last for a few seconds, so I wasn't too worried about it. But then by Wednesday, I was feeling horrible, and I was hoping that just a lot of water and cranberry juice. Sorry, I have something on my finger. Hi, Heather. Hi, Dorothy. And hi, Miranda. Would let me get it taken care of, and it didn't. So Thursday, I went to the doctor, and they did the tests and said, "Oh, you have a raging kidney infection." And I went, "Oh, not just a normal; it's a raging." Hi, Beth. And so I've been in bed since then, taking antibiotics and trying to stay as comfortable as possible, which isn't always easy with a kidney infection because it has it gives you a lot of pain. But I didn't do too bad. So hi Tina. So hopefully I'm not sure how long I'll stick around today. The pain is still there, but it's a lot better than it was. The doctor did warn me it could take a week to 10 days before I was 100% again, and even with all my antibiotics. So it's been what, about 4 or 5 now. So we're about halfway there. But how is my mom? Well, she came through her surgery just great. But the problem is my sisters are having trouble getting her to eat, and they haven't managed to get her up on her feet yet. Well, on her feet, but not walking or anything like that. So she's still in the hospital, and apparently they're going to have to send her to a nursing care facility for a little while, um, because she's too weak to stand very much on her own. And hopefully that will, um, they can get that taken, get her better from that. It worries me quite a bit, but we just got to take it a day at a time as far as those things are concerned. I didn't get any pain meds at all, Beth. Or are you talking about for my leg? No, I don't have any of those left. I would use those during my physical therapy days. But speaking of physical therapy, I only have 2 more scheduled physical therapy appointments, and I am done. So, so hopefully. So anyway, I woke up with this thought in my head. Let me see if my drawing here for a bat necklace from the Midnight Menagerie, and so I thought we'd start putting that together. At least start it, if not get it finished. And so I've got my Midnight Menagerie here, and we're probably gonna turn down and start on that in just a little bit. Let's see here. Hey, Sid. So anyway, we're going to turn down, and we're going to see how this works. Oh, I did I get my 20 gauge wire out? No, I didn't. Where'd I put it? That's 22. I want 20. That's gold. I need silver. Ah. I cut wire all over. Yep, there it is. There's my 20. So that's good. It's here. So let's turn down and we'll start, putting this together. Um, I look much better. Did I look bad on? I wouldn't be surprised because I wasn't on very long on Wednesday. Um, I do know that my color was probably a bit off. so, so yeah, I didn't feel very good. And I'm not 100%. Like I said, the pain is still there in the very back of my back, but it's not that really intense. I've been stabbed with something pain, so that's good. So let's turn down, and we will start putting this together. There we go. So here we have our case, and what I want to do is we're going to use all the bats. And I wish this idea had come to me before I did my Renaissance show, because I actually sold everything that I had made from this kit down there. So what I'm thinking I want to do is we're going to take one of these, and we're going to take this guy, and we're going to put some chain from here, this hole to this hole, down through here, and we're going to hang this guy from him. So it's going to sit like this. Then we're going to put some more chain, and it's going to go up the sides, and our side, these bats will go up this side. I was actually debating keeping these for some earrings, but then I decided no, that's not going to work. So we need here's our chain. Then I'm going to take these guys. This is going to go here with some chain between to here to here. Get out of the way, guys. And they'll have they're going to be capped. I got an extra one there. And then we're going to have some of the little here. With them, and then there's some more chain going up to the other bat. And depending on the length, I'm going to put some more chain up there, either to some rings, or maybe we'll put some more beads up there. But this is going to be a second strand, and we're going to have it. And then with some chain for it. And we're going to, come here, you guys. This is going to be the only little bit of color on this. Oops. I don't really want the purple, though I could just use a purple on one side and an orange on the other. Then we'll have some spacers. Surprise, surprise, right? We're going to have some spacers. And some of our little black agates going up this side. These spacers are a little bit small as far as I'm concerned between these two, so I'm going to get some of my daisies. And we may end up with some more beads besides these as we go along. But in the meantime, this is what I have got designed. So what we'll do is I have, there they are. Nope, wrong package. Here we go. Get out of the way. I haven't been at my desk for days. It seems a little strange. 2 for you. And 2 for you. Haven't made a single thing from this box, Beth? Well, if you recall, the first day we bent one of the bats slightly and made a bracelet. And then I made the 2 pair of earrings, which was one of our recorded videos for why I was down at the Renaissance Fair. And those bat earrings that I made inside the big loop, the big hammered loop, those sold really fast. Hey, Cynthia. And so that was really cool. And then the bracelet also sold really fast. Those 2 sold the first day. The second pair that had the little kitty cats with the little chain and a few beads, those sold almost instantly on the second day. So all of the things that I have made with this kit so far have already been sold. So it's a pity I didn't have this made prior to going down there, because I think I probably could have sold it too. And the really ironic thing is, hi Dorothy, is that I had actually debated if I wanted to even, now see, this could fit just on the chain, but I don't know if I want it wiggling around that much. So I'll have to think about it. But that's the second strand. We're not going to worry about the second strand for a while. So what we want to do, like I said, is put some chains from this loophole to this loophole and then hang this guy from that chain. Then we'll put chain going up to these, which we'll wire wrap. Chain again up from here to our bat, and then some more chain. And we're going to, what did I do with my silver twisted rings? There they are. We'll get up here to the top where we're going to decide whether we're going to put more beads on up above or not. Then we'll use a couple of these rings up at the top, and the chains will hook into these rings from both strands. So and I did tell my sisters that everybody had was saying prayers and sending good wishes for my mother. And she told Mom, and Mom says thank you. She appreciates it. So my sister sent me a really cute picture of my mom yesterday in her hospital bed. My youngest sister, who lives with my mother, or my mother lives with her now, as the case may be, had bought her a big fluffy bunny, and my mom had it wrapped in her arms while she was sleeping. It was really cute. So anyway, let's get some chain cut for this first portion and get a couple of jump rings out. Now this one has to have at least the medium jump rings, because the space between the hole and the edge is pretty wide. So I'm going to just get me a little pile of jump rings, though I may not need this size when I go up. In fact, I won't. I will here at the end, I'm fairly positive, and here down here. But when we start putting up in our wrapped pieces, we won't need them there, but we will again when we get up to the bats. I'm fairly positive. So I'm not even going to bother to try anything else. So we'll open our jump ring up. And see, this is the second hole I'm speaking of right here. Uh-oh. Is your hole not big enough? That would be bad. Let's open this a little wider. Let's see if we can, if it's the bar causing the problem. Not sure it is. There we go. Are you going to go in and turn? Turn. There. Oh, got to put the chain in first, Rose. Unless you decide to jump ring it, but I'm not going to. So let's get you on here. And then we'll close this side up. Now, if I slip off, don't be surprised because we're working in tight quarters here and it's going to probably fight me to a degree. Oh, not as bad as I expected, but it did just slip off. So there is the chain, the first part of the chain on. And I want it to hang down just a little bit. Now there is a hole right here at the bottom of the base of the bat's buns right here. We could put another little dangle there, but I think that would probably be a little too much. Hey, Jan. So we're going to want about that much. So we'll get, I think this is stainless steel chain, so I'm going to get my heavy cutters out. Oh yeah, it definitely is. Oh my goodness. There we go. Tough stuff. So we're going to want to take, now this is going to be the most tricky part right here. We're going to open one of these, get it on the loop, but then we're going to have to, before we put the chain onto the jump ring here, we're going to have to hook it on to our bat. Now, this doesn't seem to want to go through this one, so I may have to get my reamer out and ream it just a little bit to give it a little, there it goes. Okay, so here's, like I said, the tricky part. We got to put our bat bell. I'm leaving this bell even though I don't normally, because this is actually a welded bail as opposed to one of those little fold over pieces of crud that I don't trust at all. So we got to get this guy through here. And at this point, it doesn't matter which way you've got this facing, because these bats are more or less double-sided because there's nothing different from one side to the other. Okay. Now I got to get this chain up on our jump ring here. Go and close her up. Oh, stop. Pretty soon I'm going to start making Christmas things because, well, my next show is a Christmas show. Actually, I'm supposed to do 2 Christmas shows this month. But one of the places that was putting on one of the shows went out of business. And, well, we all lost our money. Which is a pity, but that's the way it goes. But like I say, the next show that I will be doing is a Christmas show. So I'm going to start pretty soon making snowflakes and things like that, just to, so I will have some. I have one customer that always comes and buys at least 1 or 2 snowflakes from me. The lady buys them for her son. He has always loved my snowflakes. And so she always buys him one every year. The year I was sick with the flu, the next year she came and said, I couldn't find you last year. And I said, well, I wasn't here. I had the flu. And so that sort of took care of that. And she was like, oh, I'm glad you're better this year, because he really missed snowflake last year. So I was glad I was back too. So we could do the same thing we did last time on the bracelet and add some crystals to our bats if we chose to. Yeah, it wasn't really great because it was $150. So, because it was a 3-day show, so it was not great. But that's the way it goes. That's life. You don't always get what you want out of it, and it doesn't always be fair, as they say. So. So I'm going to cut a couple pieces of wire. We're going to string these guys up. Well, wire them up. Hey, Kimberly, good to see you. How's your returns coming? I know you said you had quite a few left to do last night, so I'm hoping you got them done. So I'm just going to cut a big hunk of wire and then just cut it in half here. These are some Zuron double flush cutters. You don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have that other side done. You don't have to trim off the sharp side from the other side because it trims them both at the same time. Sort of like memory wire cutters in that regard. So I'm going to do a wrapped loop on these. I could hardwire the chain in, but I'm not going to. Just use jump rings. So did everybody have a nice weekend? Mine was spent mostly in bed, but it wasn't bad. I laid in bed, and when I wasn't sleeping, I sat and I have a digital jigsaw puzzle thing on my phone. Good going. Drop it. And so I was doing jigsaw puzzles when I wasn't sleeping. So you. These are pretty beads. I ordered some more of these when I ordered my companion bundle. How many people ordered the companion bundle? Hi, Caroline. Oh, you need to have some client assistance on the ones you have left, huh? Well, I hope the clients are good about getting back to you with what you need. I used to always hate when I worked in contracting and I had to have a question answered and it would take forever for them to get around to answering me. It's like do you really want this stuff? Because if you don't answer me, you're not going to get it. That's for darn. So this piece is going to go, looks a little crooked. It's not bad. Right here in between this and this. And I might just be the chain right to the ring from the bat because that we are going to be getting a little long depending on how much chain I use here. I think we'll get some oops, bang the light. So in case the light just did something funky, it's because I just smashed into it. We're going to use the stainless ones. I think it'll match all this stuff better. Well, other than the wraps, but put the chain on here in a minute. So we're going to have to decide how much chain we want between here and here. I'm thinking about 1 inch, maybe a little less, the same when it goes back over here to the other bat. But oh, yeah. But hopefully they won't take too long to answer you. But so I'm thinking just a little bit of chain, maybe 1 inch or 2 right here. Well, not 2. 2 would be too big. Here, come over here. So anyway, I came up with this idea. I woke up with this idea in my head this morning. And I'm like, yay, I'm thinking beading again. So instead of, dang, my heart, my side hurts. Oh, come on, cut that last little, that link off there. Okay. See how many links are there, but we'll, in the meantime, we can put it on. I'm gonna You guys ever notice that I usually work to the left and then to the right? I think it's like, is that because I'm right-handed? Is it because that's the way you learn to write, is from left to right? Or is there some reason I do that? Who knows for sure? But oh, come on, Shane, go on here. And have any of you ever noticed that you have a specific way you work from one side to the other side? It's a sort of funny little thing, quirk kind of thing, but you know, we all have our little quirks when we're doing stuff. Get your wing out of the way there. There we go. So we have this piece of chain on, and it can then hook onto here. This wire's for the other side here. And go over here. So we're going to hook this onto here. Then it'll hook on another piece of chain up to this other bat piece. And then I'm probably going to take a little bit of chain up to this ring. And for this side, to finish this side up. And of course, the same will go here. Then we have to assess how long we are once I get those pieces in. You do right to left. Oh, no. Oh, Jan, you might have broken your hand. Your hand itself, your wrist, which... Falls as we get older are so bad for us. It's funny when we fell and we were little and we got a, you know, we might have got a scratch or some kind of boo-boo. And, you know, you think about it for a few moments and then it's like, okay, let's go. But as we get older, it's a lot different matter. We're going to be a Butterfingers today, it looks like. But I'd rather be a Butterfingers than not want to work at all. Or not even remember what I'm doing. We were talking about that this morning in one of my little groups. about how, the things that happened to us when we had COVID. And one of, your brain just stops working. Well, not entirely, but, in some things, it just is like, what are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. And one of those things for me was, some words were hard to find, but the big thing was I couldn't remember how to make jewelry. It was, just really freaked me out. Um, Beading hurts. I'm sorry. Below your little finger. Well, I hope it turns out to be not broken and maybe sprained or dislocated or something they can fix easily for you. Thought I saw something that looked crooked down here, but it doesn't look too bad. Though this is a teeny bit open still. And that's one of my pet peeves is open jump rings. So get that closed. There we go. And I never did count my links, so I better do that. So here's how she's going so far. So when you say below your little finger, are you meaning in here or here? I can tell you that when it's just regular finger stuff, unless it's really severely broken, they usually won't do anything other than tape your fingers together. I know I broke all the fingers on this hand when I was a kid. We had an old overgrown orchard that was a vacant lot when I was a kid near us, and we would play in that orchard a lot. Well, they had some yummy pink lady apple trees, and I could see this beautiful, beautiful red apple on one of the branches down here. So a metatarsal, that's what those little bones are called. Well, I don't know what they can do for that either. Though they might put you in one of those handicap, one of those, not specifically a cast, but one of those ones that wrap around and it's hard and your hand lays in it to keep you from moving it too badly. Anyway, my story. So I had climbed the tree. I was a bit of a tomboy when I was a kid, and I climbed trees and things all the time. And so I climbed the tree, but this apple that I really wanted was out on the branch quite a bit. So I was scooting along the branch, the heavier, bigger trunk branch, and was reaching for it. And my fingers had just grazed it when I lost my balance in the tree and fell down to the ground. And because I was reaching, when I hit the ground, all my fingers hit the ground. Just like thunk. And I broke every one of them. My dad didn't bother taking me to the doctor. He looked at them, pulled them all out, pulled them all up straight, and then taped them all together. He said, that's the only thing they're going to do, so I might as well do it. But it was an experience. I learned to be more careful when I was in the trees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 links. This is tiny chain. I actually considered getting some. Hey, Dawn. You broke your wrist falling out of a tree? The things we do. when we're kids, right? Okay, where'd that fall to? Oh, right here on the bat. Okay, let's sort of put these close to each other, make sure they look could be about the same. Ordinarily, I would have stuck them on my. Come on, where you at? Where's my awl? There it is. This awl actually is missing its point, and it's a little bit crooked up there because I actually used it and bent it one time, and then the tip broke off. But it still works. So, come here, you. So you're right here, and that's the jump ring. So yeah, that's right. So now I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna cut a couple more of these. I need at least one from the bat to the link, and then we need 1, 2, 3 for the other side as well. I always recompare after I cut because sometimes you cut and you end up, and I did. This one is 1 link smaller, I think, unless I've got it sat in here wrong, which might be the case. Nope, it's 1 link smaller. And I think that means it's 1 link too small. Yep, it's only 11 links. I think maybe I better count them out. How long? Choker necklace is normally about 16 inches. So what did I miss something, Carolyn? Let's see what I missed. How is my mom? Oh, you must have came on a little later. I was talking about mom earlier. Mom is still in the hospital. Her surgeon said she came out of surgery really well, but my sisters are having trouble getting her to eat. So she's weaker than she should be at this point, but then she's tiny. She weighs less than 100 pounds now. And so because she's still weak, she hasn't been able to get up and walk. And any of us who have had replacement pieces know that the first thing they want you to do is get up and walk and then go to the bathroom and all those other fun little things like that. Well, mom apparently can't walk. She's too weak. They can get her up her feet, but then she gets too weak and she falls back to the bed again. And so the hospital wants to send her home, but because she can't do those things, they can't send her home because she can't do them. And so my sisters have been looking for a nursing facility for her to go to hopefully get her strength back from there so she can go back home. That worries me a lot because my great-grandma, my mom's grandma, passed away in a nursing home when she was 91 after she broke her hip and they put her in a nursing home. And she just wanted to go home, and since they wouldn't let her go home, then she just gave up. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen to my mom. I'm really scared of that happening, but hopefully not. My sisters are going to have been staying with her at night, one or the other of them, that live there, Cindy and Brenda. One younger than me, one older than me. And So they've been one or the other has been staying with her every night to try and make sure that she's, pretty stable in the eating and stuff. And so, yeah, it's sort of up in the air right now. Okay, let's recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right where my thumbnail is. The one I need to cut. Ugh, I lost the place. Right on my thumbnail, right here. I'm going to count again before I actually cut, because my dad, who was a master carpenter, always told me, you count a couple of times. Catherine. Her name is Catherine Eleanor. I think I've got it at 11 again. That would be not good. Yep. I've got it at 11 again. Thank you, Daddy, for always telling me to count more than once. And snap. So I think we'll just put this one together, then I'll just count them as we go along to put them in. I know it's 12 now, so cutters, get out of my way. I'm glad I have sisters to help too. I usually have 3 sisters in that area, but Mom fell after my sister that's just older than I am. Well, she's actually 4 years older than I am. We got pretty good spread between most of us. She lives down there in the same town, but she happens to be in Europe right now on a month-long biking tour. So she's quite the athlete, my older sister. So always has been. And so this happened after she was gone. I think she was in Uzbekistan when Mom fell. She's now in, what'd she say? She's already been through Croatia, Herzegovina, something like that. I cannot pronounce those new, all those new countries they have anymore after the fall of Yugoslavia. So, but I think she said it was. Actually, they said they were going on a train and she'd be out of reach for about 20 hours the last time I heard from her. So I don't know where exactly she is right now, but she's keeping in touch so that she knows what's going on with Mom. So she would normally be down there to help too, but she's, like I say, she's in Europe right now. So. My mom spells her name with a K as well, but it's not the normal spelling of Catherine, Katherine. It's Kathryn. So don't reach for your cutters. It would be very bad to cut your bat. Then you'd have to order a new one. Okay. So I'm thinking this is going to be plenty long enough to put this other piece of chain up here and then to this ring, as opposed to putting another little strand of beads in there. And Then we also need to make this one up. You go up there with that one. So let's get this put up onto the ring. Yep, there you are. And then I know I had it. There it is right there. So I have 5 sisters, in case anybody's wondering, since I keep talking about different sisters. My youngest sister's there too, Vicky. I forgot about that. But though she still works, so unfortunately she works during the day, so she comes and stays with my mom actually lives with her, and she works at the library. Hey, Mary, my sister's a librarian too. So she works at the library. So she comes and she can't stay with mom like the others do, since she's not retired like they are yet. Let's see, how much younger is she than I am? 6 years. So she's got a little. Hey, Beth. Your name means pure child of God. Uh-oh. Okay, are we back? I noticed that my tablet was out. Your only child's name, Catherine, is Catherine Louise. My only daughter is Melinda Marie. My middle name is Marie, which was my grandmother's middle name. So put this up on the ring. Hopefully we won't need a bigger one to go on the ring. We may. No, I think we'll be all right. We'll see here. We're not quite closed. There we go. So there's the one side. Now we got to put the other side together and then work on the middle one here. I'd actually like to do some. Don't think it's going to work though. So your daughter's middle name is Marie Mary. So Beth's middle name means pure child of God. Sure it does, Beth. That's all right. Hey, did you guys see the? I'm not sure I put it in the Platinum Ladies group. I may have to do that. I was watching stuff last night before I went to sleep, and there was a. Oh, I need to cut another hunk of chain here. There was a YouTube video that came up. Something about, do you know Jack? Well, I shouldn't say the word, but hit with an S. Okay, I think that's 12. Cut here. Anyway, it was funny as all heck. It was talking about the various ways they talk about that word. And it was funny. It was really funny. Okay, got this guy. Massive internet issues throughout. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Earlier it told me I was not hooked up to the internet on my tablet, and I was like, yes, I am. So I had to turn it off and put it back on again, which is really irritating, but it's the way it goes some days, right? And Oh, you bugger, stop it. My little wingtip's getting in my way here when I want to close this jump ring. Yeah, it definitely was in the way because I'm slightly out of, not quite in place. Oops, no slippy. There we go. So we're going to have to wrap that other side up so we can put it in place now. I I did that a minute ago, Mary. I put it on my all, and I ended up with it 11 instead of 12. And that happens sometimes because it looks like you got the right spot, but then when you go to cut it, you're not quite right. So I just decided, oh, the heck with it. And when there's this small of an amount, I just soon count them and make sure I got the same amount. So. One. Oh, stop sliding in there. Two. One more. So anyway, my sisters have found 2 care facilities for mom that they really like and that have told them they can come and help with mom during the day still if they want to. So they're hoping a bed will come open for her in one or the other of those within the next day or tomorrow, day or two, so that they can put her there. They're not real wanting to do that too much because she does have dementia. Not really, really bad. She remembers some things, but not others. And so they're worried that she'll get too agitated if she's not at home. So hopefully that won't last very long, that she has to stay there. The surgeon was hoping she wouldn't have to go to one at all, but she's having trouble, like I said, standing and stuff. So until she can get herself to the potty, then she can't go home. So, which is really unfortunate. I keep expecting to hear my hubby drive up, but because he went back to work, he had taken a few weeks off, but he's considered an essential employee. So they have him work a couple of hours, make sure the campground bathrooms, since they left the campgrounds open. I don't know why they did that. If you're going to close something, close it, for cripe's sake. Anyway, so he has to make sure there's nothing, no drastic messes or anything that needs fixed quickly. And then they make him go back home. It's sort of dumb, but whatever. Flying wire. Okay. So yeah, I ordered some more of these beads too. They looked really cool. I think they look really neat, so I ordered some more of those. Softest feather down. And speaking of my husband, there goes the door. Yeah, I heard that they glow in the dark, the little white spots. I haven't checked it out, but so let's hook on this to our chain, and then we'll cut another chain for to go up to the bat. On this side. So there's what it's looking like so far. I got more little guys out here than I thought. Those are for the bat. I knocked out just enough, I think. So we need to cut another two 12 pieces. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think this is the one I cut at. Excuse me. If I cut one too many links, I don't care. It's the one too little that I then have to make a whole new one for. So excuse me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, Rose, count. Perfect. You're eating French fries? Yeah, they said they are the beads that glow in the dark. You just drink a milkshake, Beth? Oh, I am jealous. A milkshake sounds good. Oh, come on. All the rest of them have gone through the links. Don't tell me you won't, turd. The heck? Won't go on, then goes on really easily. Silly thing. Okay. So we need just one more chain piece for the bottom here, this bottom strand, and then hook it to the ring, the bat to the ring, and then it start putting the other pieces together on the other side. Oh, oh, French fries and a milkshake. Hey, I'm getting hungry here, guys. Yeah. Beth, yeah, if the metal detectors would get us all. Actually, and that's really true because my husband has a metal detector for that I got him for Christmas, especially for when we go to the beach and he wants to play on the beach, see if he can find anything metallic there. And he put it close to me the other day for whatever reason and turned it on, and my knee and it started going beep 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 beep. Cracker spread from leftover stuffing for your mushrooms. Okay. Yeah, it's getting cold and wet here too, Anita. I love it, Don. Security, we have 10 old ladies here setting off the alarms. Would be very true. It's funny. Oh, gosh. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this 11 one and see if I can't cut it just one length larger. So it would be here. Let's see if that worked. Let's find out in a second. Okay, where'd it fall to? Right here. Come here, you. Nope, that's the other side of there. Where'd you fall? Oh, here it is. Now, are you one leg longer than this one? You are. So this is the link from the bat to this. So it needs this last guy here. Come on, turn. There we go. Now the chain. I was going to say, are you going to be a pain in my rear too, Jane? I would love that. That's funny. That's really funny, you ladies, about the um, detector. Wonder if my husband would. He has a heart shunt. Never thought about whether I mean, they're metal mesh. They might too. I don't know. I know he does have. They did give him a paper to carry, a little card to go to the airport. So when he has to go to the airport. Okay, where'd it go? There it is. Like I said, I'm Butterfingers today. But at least I feel like doing stuff today, which is nice. Oh, stop it, you guys. Chain, go down to that side. Thank you. Okay, now I don't know how long this is because I didn't measure it when we were working. Let's get you guys all up there. Let's see how long this ends up being. I think the rings are probably going to be about at shoulder height, maybe a little higher. And well, this isn't the low one anyway. I mean, the lower one would be that one because it's going to go inside. But so it's a little over 7.5 because the ring goes past the half, just a hair's breadth. So there's what we got so far. My daughter's favorite's vanilla. I like chocolate. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, well, that's cool, Heather. Oh man. So anyway, you guys are great. I love you guys. Um, I imagine my doctor when I start traveling again. We are planning when my husband retires to go to Scotland and for a few weeks and then Ireland for another week. We really liked Ireland and we and I'm part Scottish. You're a chocolate person too, Jan. um so I still you guys so amuse the hell out of me. So anyway, what I was gonna say was that we're gonna go and um, I imagine my doctor is going to want me to take my cane just to be on the safe side. Especially considering by the time we leave, I'll have my other knee done. I've got it scheduled for mid-February. I was going to do it at the beginning of January, but I want to go down to Tucson for the bead show, and I knew that if I even thought about doing it in January, there was no way I was going to be able to do. That there was no way that I could do that. You know, go to. Wonder if I want to put a little tubing in this because it's pretty big. It could actually go on leather. That hole is big enough. So I'm sort of wondering if I want to get my tubing out, put a little tubing inside there, just to make sure it's not too wiggly wormy. Let me see if I can easily find my tubing. My big roll of black is right here. Well, we're working with black. Why not use black, right? Okay. Though it's actually thinner than my other tubing I had. See, it's pretty thin. And which sort of surprises. Well, will the wire actually go into this tubing? We'll find out. So we'll go right here. Silly tube. Nobody said you could fall back out. Oop. Now we'll see if the wire will even go through this. It may not because this is 20 gauge and this is a pretty tiny little hole. It doesn't really need it since it's wire, but oh, it goes on. So there we go. Oops. Just flipped it back off. So this is the middle piece, the focal piece for the bottom, for the second. Oh, come on. Stop that, you silly piece of wire. This one is going to be up here. I'm going to bring it up quite a bit rather than have it close to the bat because I want it about right here so that it goes between the beads here. So we're going to get this piece. I'm not sure we'll finish this. I'm starting to get a little bit sore, so we'll probably stop pretty soon. maybe I'll finish it tomorrow, but I figured I'd get this one wrapped up at least. So. Ah. It's the Rosanna show. That's good. A no button. I like it. I like that. We used to, when I worked, I had my office, which for a long time was just mine, but then they had me train a new fellow in my area. So he shared my office with me. And anyway, we had this one guy who he was just never shut up. You know, one of those types that just talks your ear off, thinks you want to hear everything about everything. And okay, I know there were other beads with this. Where did I put them? Maybe I didn't put them. Well, Hector. Okay. Anyway, this fellow would just talk your ear off. And he'd constantly coming in and just chattering with everybody and disturbing their work, talking about God only knows what 3/4 of the time. And I would get so irritated. And finally, one day he came, and I was busy as all heck getting contracts ready to go to the contracting officer. And I just looked at him and I said, "Do you need something?" And he said, "Well, no, I just thought we could talk of it." And I went, "I don't have time for talk. Go away." And from then on out, he used to say I was mean and scary. No, what I was working. No, but oh well. Anyway, so, and then when I knew he was running around the offices again, I would go get up and lock my door. But I had this one contract I always had to get ready at one point in the year, and it was with Federal Highways for the park shuttle system, and it was like $2 million. I'm like, I do not want to make mistakes in my contracts, especially with one that big. But I've got a cat hair here for some reason. I could have made that a little tighter, but I guess it's all right. So this one's going to go right here, and I may put a little bow in this wire soap because it is going to be down at the bottom. So it's going to sit right here. Put some chain on it, go up to the next two here, and then we'll see how long it gets to be by the time we get up to the rings. Heather's live in 45 minutes. Yeah, that would be about right, unless she's not doing it today. What say you, Heather? You doing it today? If Heather doesn't answer, it's because she's gone off to get ready. You know, I may just make this one 11 here so that we can use that particular chain up. And I just let me lose my place. The 11 length chain. Ah, my thumb was at the... and not waste it. Oop, get out of the way, other links. Boy, that's a tough chain. I really have... Okay, I see we're back. I've got the chains on. I don't know if you guys got to see me put the chains on. Oh, I cut this wire longer than I wanted it to. These pieces of wire are for those other bead links we're making over there, the little strands. I may do one right now, and then this is more than I need, probably quite a bit more than I need. We'll see. Let's just do one side, and then we'll go on from there. I think we may just do the one wrap on camera, and then I'll do the other one off, and I'll just put them together tomorrow. I just don't want to leave the beads sitting here. Lily sometimes gets up on my desk. The others don't, but Lily does every once in a while. Well, actually, Lily chased Rory up here the other day, which I was like, what do you think you're doing? So I'm gonna wrap up one of these here on air, and then we'll do the other one. I'll do the other one off air, and we'll finish this tomorrow. It shouldn't take us long to finish it, and maybe we'll make something else as well if I feel the need, or who knows, I might get one of my orders. Who knows? It would be nice, but I'm not gonna hold my breath waiting, but like I say, pretty soon we're going to start working on snowflakes and things like that for Christmas. So I got a lot more wire here than I needed. I may even have enough for both of these, so I'm not going to play with that other piece for a little while. What we're going to do here is one of these black agates. Then one of the spacers, which I love. These are corrugated spacers that were in the kit. Then one of these really cool Malaysia Jade, two-tone Malaysia Jade. And then one of these daisy spacers. These were not from the kit. I did order these, I think, from Beadbox Bargains, but I wanted something a little bigger. So we got one of those. Then one of these barrel beads. My other daisy spacer. Now I cut a little bit extra thinking, oh, well, this is a bigger strand of beads, so I might need that little bit extra, but I don't really think I needed this much extra. In fact, I probably have enough for both strands here. So on there. Now we will wrap this side up. Now I do my loops a little different than like Randy does. She uses her round nose to do all this. I don't do that at all. And because I do the bend with my regular pliers, then I do the loop with my bell making pliers, and then I do my wrap with two regular pair of pliers. I'm going to be careful with that because I might want to use this wire, and I'm bending it up, so we'll see. tuck it in. And then this strand, bead strand, is going to hook on to the chain right here. This is going to be extra. I'm fairly positive this is long enough. Should be. Well, let's hook this on, and then we're going to go after I get this hooked on here. Oh, come on, you go on there. Now, I haven't got any more other bead strands done for this second one. I'm debating whether I'm going to need one or not. We'll see when we get to that point. So we'll get the other one up, and it's going to go up this side too, like this. Get out of the way. Get my tools out of the way here. They be in the way. So it's going to be in here. I'm going to want this to sit about right there, so that hopefully these will go. Come here, you chain. And sit about right here. I think I'm probably going to need a little something else, because otherwise we'll put that little bit of chain on and we're going to be way up here. We don't want to be way up there. We want to be about here. So unless I put a long strand of chain, I'm either going to have to do a little tiny bead piece here, so that it'll fit in the way I want it to. What does Steve feel terrible about, honey? Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's fine. It's all right. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this one off camera so I don't have loose beads sitting here, and we'll come back and finish this up then tomorrow. And then, like I say, if we have enough time, if I get something new in the mail today, I'm not counting on it, but if I do, because I think everything I have on order right now are out at least a few days, because I have the Beadbox Bargains and the Companion Bundle. I did order some extras, so that'll be a little later. And then I have, let's leave one of these out to put it on the chain. I did order a Temu order, but that one won't be here for some time. A couple of weeks probably, maybe less than that, because sometimes they're pretty quick. And then I ordered some large hole natural pearls. Let's turn up. Why am I talking to you when you can't see me? And they eat bugs. This is true. Bats are our friends. They eat bugs. They also can make an unholy mess. When I worked at the warehouse in the park, the upstairs had bats. They used to roost in the eaves up there. And man, the guano all over the place. It was nasty. I had to go up and clean it periodically. They eat bugs. They definitely do, though. So we never had any bugs around the warehouse because there's always bats. When they sealed up the attic, the holes and stuff up there, so the bats couldn't get in, we put bat boxes on the side of the building so they'd have someplace to go. But anyway, we're going to finish this tomorrow. Like I said, my design that I drew, well, let's show you again. To get my beads out of the way and find it quickly because I closed the book. Now, I haven't drawn designs in a long time because, frankly, I have just been doing on-the-fly stuff. So, but this one, like I said, was one I woke up, and it was there in my head when I woke up this morning. So there's our design. And as you can see, there's nothing up there between the rings and the upper piece here, because that piece didn't come to my brain right away. So I will figure out something. It's probably going to be something small. I don't want anything really big up there because then it would be too big of a strand. We'll see what we do. The spider bundle? I don't think I saw the spider bundle. So well, I'm going to go check that as soon as we close off here, see if it's still there, and see what this spider bundle is. Kimberly, I don't recall seeing one. Unless it might have came out when I was really sick and wasn't paying a bloody bit of attention to anything. So then I also, like I was saying, though, I also ordered some large hole pearls from Dakota Stones. I got 3 8-inch strands. It cost me quite a bit, but I think they're going to be, pretty. So they looked really nice on the website. So I hope they're as nice as they looked on the website. Oh, okay. Oh, I was at the Renaissance Fair when that bundle came out. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, and I was at the Renaissance Fair when that came out, so I wasn't home. I wasn't even where my phone was near me, but it was hooked up to my PayPal, so I didn't really see it. I'll have to go check it out if there's any left when I get off here. So we're going to leave for today. I'm going to string up this last bit of beads. Drink a lot. Yeah, it sounds like I'm needing some right now, doesn't it? And so I will I'm going to go. I'll go check and see if they have any of these bundle left and if it's something I want. And then we'll see you tomorrow to finish up this necklace. And if we get anything new in the mail, we'll open that up too. So bye, everybody. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and I hope you enjoyed being here with me today. Bye-bye.